Good day, good day, good day, my good loving humans. How is it going? I'm having like a little screen trouble here. Took me an extra minute to get started. I am not exactly sure what happened. Everything has been fine. The lighting in here hasn't changed. I don't know. And I was going to introduce a new screen today, a new background today. Oh, what are you going to do? I think we will survive. I think we will survive. My good loving humans, good to be with you all. We are here, ready to be present, ready to keep the main thing the main thing. Travelers up the street called trust, headed to the ultimate destination that is the tower of power, that is the understanding of self. I am ready. Are you ready? I want to climb into my super suit, which I'm actually wearing inside of the suit that is my object form. You know what I'm saying? I am ready. Are you ready to take and make the proactive choice of planting our feet in front of us to say that freedom is at our feet, that we can be free from the past and unafraid of the future because we are practiced at being present? I am ready. I'm all bubbly today. I am ready to engage in this beautiful habit together. I'm ready to flex my willpower muscle. Are you ready? Are you ready to be separate yet one? Shall we set the container, my good loving humans? Good morning, good day. How are you? The other day I had slipped a thought into the treatise that wasn't completely fleshed out, I dare say. It was more of an undercurrent of the topic that was about the creative mind lending to keeping us curious during conflict. Before I share, let's nail down the principle for the week, saying again what I introduced yesterday: assuming useful dialogue is possible even when it is unlikely. Assuming useful dialogue is possible even when it is unlikely. The thought I slipped in last week was that we've all had those moments where, in the heat of disagreement, or in a difficult conversation, or in a flat-out screaming match, we were startled by something that we heard from the other person that caused us to pause, surprised us, connected with us in a way that we weren't expecting. Sometimes this happens after a person starts out saying something really wrong, and or in the wrong way, and then as they begin to find clarity or courage, or they feel safe, or they just come to a realization right in front of you, they are able to better convey what they mean to say. Interesting when we see that paradigm shift happen right in front of us, yes? I was thinking of this recently, also as it relates to what is possible with a calm mind. And it is that we know that human beings, when experiencing an emergency, can exhibit incredible strength, dexterity, the ability to withstand immeasurable pain. Once that mechanism kicks in, we can save our children or a stranger. We can saw off a limb, if need be. And of the calm mind, of the focused mind, of the concentrated mind, is it not that we can feel our way through when the argument seems as heavy as a car or as sharp as a blade? What then is it that blocks us? What blocks us from doing so? There are a ton of things, no doubt. Was it the rigidity of your beliefs that caused your system to shut down? Was it the other parties? Was it the words of the other person? Was it your words? Was it their intent? Was it your intent? Was it the body of the other person? The somatic experience that you had? Was it your need? Was it the qualia? All of that entire packet of experience all together winding you up? Was it more of a basic need? Safety? Security? Was it that the role was unclear? The role. the role. You gotta know your role. You gotta slow your roll. Was it theirs? All of these have a part to play, for sure. They do. And of the first that we'll discuss is the last to which I will mention. Was there a decision? Is there a decision that needs to be made? Think of your last conflict. Was there a decision that needed to be made? Who was to make that decision? Whose role was it to make that decision? There always is a role that we play. Everything from how you might talk more deeply with your loved one, to who takes out the trash, to how you address a serious health issue in your community. Which role do you play during the decision making? When it feels like there is no way to move the conversation, consider that if you assume that there is a way through and you assign a role to who will make the decision, that clarity in and of itself can be a vital step in moving the conversation. This may sound structured, and that's because it is. When you feel like you can't move forward and the conflict is all mucked up, slow down long enough to decipher who is going to do what. Talk about that with curiosity and see where it leads you. And how do we get there from here? We get there with patience. We get there with devotion. We get there with faith rather than impatience, rather than indifference, rather than mistrust. Let us become who we were meant to be today. This meditation, it seeks to help you know your role. It seeks to connect you to the universe that is you. It seeks to boldly go where no one has gone before, deeper and deeper into the epicenter of your circle, because a focused mind is a concentrated mind. And a concentrated mind is a satisfied mind, is a curious mind, so say we all. I know that I want to believe. So let us transition now and begin to breathe. Don't mind the background here. See the things that are just like kind of on your mind when you're doing all of this stuff, all of this beautiful message that I'm pushing on through, and I'm worried about whether or not you're looking at the background, right? Oh, goodness gracious. Here we go. Completely aware of the walls and the floors and the backgrounds, completely aware of all that we are, this object form as we creak and wake. Let us begin to breathe. These are going to be belly breaths. We're going to fill the diaphragm with air. We're going to bring it up into the chest and up into the head, as Wim Hof says, fully in, fully out. A light pause and a free fall down. No need to expel the air or force the air out. We are not trying to hyperventilate here, and yet this may make you a little lightheaded, a little nauseous, maybe even a little full of pins and needles, and that's okay. We are all lucky to be alive. At the top, a light pause and a free fall down. Yes, did I say that already? I don't even remember at this point. Repeating myself, possibly. Okay. Are we having fun yet? So, in through the nose, out through the mouth, or whatever works for you. Breathing deep. And release. 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 Breathing deep. 2 more times, breathing deep. And release. And finally breathing deep. And release. This time, allow the breath to fold into your physiology. As you have sight, if you have sight, allow the eyes to flutter close, the lids to flutter close at your own pace, allowing your attention to fold onto the object form, onto the outer body, focusing down as you have them, if you have them, what you have, lower limbs, feet, ankles, toes, fascia of the soles, the calves, the knees and joints, the long hamstrings, the weighty quads, the thick glutes, all together as you have them, if you have them, what you have, drawing in, squeezing down, focusing attention, overriding tension, noticing that as you have attention of one compartment, you lose focus of the other. All together, drawing in. And when you have them, as you have them, if you have them, all together, let go. Feeling that release, the outer membrane falling away, finding the root, the line of the chakra, the line of the spine, the sacral and solar plexus, the heart center. As you have them, if you have them, what you have, the rib cage, the miles of digestive tract, the stomach, brain, belly, all together, drawing in the torso, squeezing down, holding tight, focused attention, creating tension. And when you have it all together, let go. Feeling that release, finding now the upper back and shoulders, as you have them, if you have them, what you have, biceps and triceps, forearms and wrists and palms and digits, all together, squeezing down, drawing in, creating tension, focused attention. And when you have it all together, let go. Feeling that release, focusing now into the head, supersuit on, let us don the helmet, eyes, as you have them, if you have them, what you have, ears and lobes, teeth, tongue, gums, skin of the cheeks, throat, follicles of hair, sinus and crown, squeeze down, drawing in, creating tension, overriding tension. And when you have it all together, let go. The object form falling away, let go. To the vibration of the tone, to the reverberation of voice, let go. Let go. To the sunshine beaming from your pocket, from your mind's eye, let go. Releasing each distraction, each thought bubble, let go without attachment. Letting go to the center of your circle. Letting self-awareness, this moment of self-control, letting go. As consciousness rises in you, the crystal clear you, filling your sphere of influence. In this moment, you use your will to choose imagination, to be the creator of an image, the artist of you. As artists, we use instruments, be it pen, brush, chisel, guitar, drum, voice. Choose the instrument for now. And with long, smooth strokes, strums, or hums, create the image of a wheel. Let the colors come. Let the tones tell you. This wheel that will roll to identify your role. As you flow, connect to the connection that flows inside of you, to the electrics that surges free, to the cosmic you. You set the scene. You create this image. Allow the scene to float in the expanse all around you. Let go of your instrument. Let go of will. Let go imagination. And in consciousness, be. If you have been here before, be for the first time. In the complexity is simplicity. With the hand of your mind's eye now, reach for your scene. Holding it up to the sunshine that is beaming from your pocket. Begin to smooth it into a ball that will exist as a universe inside of you. Holding the ball out in front of you now. One more time, peer into your scene and see this wheel that will roll through all that you are and all that you will be. And release the ball, allowing it to drop and splash into the center of your circle. And as it splashes down, feel the ripple pushing forth. And as that ripple pushes forth, let go. Let go of all you do not know. Let go of all that you may not understand. Let go of all that you cannot control, because that is okay. And as you feel that ripple pushing forth, as you feel the pulse, feel your circle growing and expanding from your acceptance. And an affirmation say, I will use my self-awareness to focus on what I can control. I will use my will to focus on what I can control. I will use my imagination to focus on what I can control. I will use consciousness to focus on what I can control. I am the programmer, and this is my program. This is the space that exists in between the stimulus and the response. The space where I stand in the center of my circle, where I have the freedom to choose my responses. I want to believe, so say we all. And now, call your attention back to a light breath, to a breath light, and allow the world back on to this outer membrane, back on to the body, onto the head and neck and shoulders. And with a light breath and a breath light, call your attention back on to the body, on to the heart center with a breath light and a light breath. Call your attention back on to the body. And as you have them, if you have them, what you have, take hold of your root. Calling your attention back to your upper and lower limbs, to the stomach, the brain belly. And begin now, if you have sight, to flutter open the lids, to focus back again on the you of now, the you of this moment, the focused you, the concentrated you, the sharpened you, the you who is not the drop in the ocean, the you that is the ocean in the drop, and the we that are the tide. Welcome back, my good loving humans. If you have that cold water, do drink it down. If you have the time, please spend the time writing down the image of your wheel today. We've used that image before, of course. I try to imbue us with signs that aren't always the same, and there are only so many out there. So how will you use the image of today, that image that you conjured up? How will you use it to identify your role later on today when the world is bearing down upon you, when your ego is dragging you into the deep water, when you are struggling through the difficult conversations, when you are stuck in a stalemate? Can you assume, can you find the space to assume that meaningful dialogue can occur even at the height of the crazy? Can you do it? Write it down. How will you take this moment of meditation later on today to be more mindful? Write that down. Join us tonight, by the way, for another installment of The Art of Change with Dr. Laura Martocci. Good stuff, good stuff. I'm in a fairly decent mood today. I have such a busy day coming up. I'm sure that you do too. Let us all together continue to share this message. This is where the decentralized revolution is occurring. This is where we can go into ourselves to observe ourselves without evaluating our being. And my good loving humans, as I love you all individually and as a group, I am so committed, because I know that the only way out is to go in, is to go within ourselves. If we mean to solve the greatest problems that are plaguing our society today, we have to go inside of ourselves and find that center so that we can be of service to others. I am of service to you. If you need me, reach out. All you got to do is call. I dare say that I had the song in mind today and I somewhere lost it in between my morning yoga, running, meditation, icing. Where's that song? It's there somewhere. I can't remember right now. It's coming to you though. Peace and love, my good humans. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Stay safe. Stay safe. Love one another. Peace.